All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. You know what time it is. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to this week's live broadcast. If you're new here, my name is Matt with Halloween Daily News, and this is our weekly gathering on YouTube of fans and fanatics alike of the Halloween movie franchise. And we're going to go over all the week's news, and there's not a whole lot this week. So you don't have to worry about being up too late tonight. I can tell you, spoiler alert, we're not going to be on here very long tonight. I know I say that every week, and I know I say that every week as well, but this week I really mean it. There's not a ton to talk about. But that being said, to all my returning friends, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. We made it through another week, and if you're here, you made it through another Monday. So, congrats on that. Let's have a drink and celebrate. I'm gonna have a drink anyway. Y'all are welcome to choose your own poison as you see fit. But welcome to it, everybody. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of news tonight. I do have a few things we're gonna talk about and some fun stuff to look at. But there's not a ton of there's not really any Halloween ends news right now to speak of. But I did want to get on here. I debated a little bit. Should we do the live show? But I do look forward to the conversing and the gathering and the community that we are steadily building here each week. So thanks for being here, everybody. If you're new, thanks for being here, and to everybody else returning, what's up, guys? Thanks for being here. Halloween Ends Updates is here, of course, I see. Phil has checked in with his pumpkin. What's up? My man Patrick Ring is here. Jennifer R. Delaney is here. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Rad7 is in. What's up, Peace Man? Who else we got in the live chat? Like I said, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm already talking too fast. I'm going to try to talk a little slower tonight, because there's no reason to hurry. Because, like I said, there's really not a whole lot we're going to be going over, but I do want to converse with you guys and turn it over to the live chat as much as possible while we're here. Let's see who else is in the live chat. ProtectSafes.com. Happy Triple M, man. Our buddy Ken Leshy, what's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Adam 80s fan is here with his pumpkins on fire. I love it. That is a wild emoji you've got there, Jennifer. I don't know. What is that? That is like a heart and a pumpkin in one emoji. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Who else is in here? DJ, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, so we got a little crew filtering in here this week. Like I said, I don't even expect we're going to have a very big audience because I didn't even put Halloween Ends in the description or anything like that this week. I expect to really be a little more intimate crowd tonight, but that's cool too. Everybody, let's pause for a minute to honor the great ProtectSafes.com just dropping a $10 super chat in tonight. Thank you so much. Everybody, happy Michael Myers Monday and a toast to ProtectSafes.com. Oh, yeah. Yes, we do have the super chat enabled as always. We do have our merch store up as well, and we're going to be putting some new designs up very soon. I'm starting to work on that right now. If you guys have ideas and suggestions for new 2022 t-shirt designs, I'd love to hear from you. Let me hear what you got. Let's open it up. We are looking for some badass new Halloween themed designs for our t-shirts, but our spring store is up. You can find the links to it down below. We're going to be talking a little bit about some merch stuff tonight, and some special screenings of some of the films that I want to talk about tonight as well. And of course, I'm going to do some Triple M shout outs at the end of the evening, as always. I'm going to drink again at ProtectSafes.com. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Andromeda is here as well. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. This is great. This is great. Everybody has checked in and is more filter in. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Normally, let me I like to do a show and tell, and no, sometimes it's something new to my collection. Sometimes it's something new that we've got in stock or something we're running low on. I'm not really going to do that so much right now. We've got the HK masks, we've got the knives, we've got the 2018 masks in stock. I'm going to be talking a little bit about Halloween 4 in a few minutes, so just one quick show and tell. This badass piece is one of 4 pieces you get with the Halloween 4 wall decor set. And look at this. This is artwork by Marty McEwen. These sets are produced by Trick or Treat Studios. We sell them. It's just $10 for 4 pieces. One of them is this Jamie Lloyd here. She kind of hangs with me these days lately. And let's see. There's another one around. Well, there's this Loomis that I love. This because that's one of the most iconic scenes of any Loomis scene, and just that ending of the movie is so good. I love these pieces. Um, and here's another one of the pieces. There, the shape, George Wilbur's shape, and you can see behind me there's another piece back there with some of the imagery from the iconic opening credits sequence in Halloween 4. But that's not really what I want to start tonight off with. We're going to do something slightly different. We don't get a ton of viewer mail per se. I mean, we get a lot of emails and different people contacting us for different things, and we get comments. And I usually, as the comments come in, I'll try my best to respond as quickly as possible. And but we don't get a whole lot of stuff that translates to discussion here. But that being said, we do from time to time get some stuff, and so I'm going to start trying to do a little bit better and do a little bit better on bringing up some of the topics that are suggested in some of the comments that we get from time to time, or in the emails that we get here on the show. So, all that being said, I got an email just a few days ago from one of our viewers, and he watches the show. He watches Michael Myers Monday regularly, but he usually can't join us live because of work, which we understand. His work schedule. He's working tonight right now, and but he always watches, and he sent a really nice email saying how much he enjoys it and appreciates it, and he's got a really interesting theory about Halloween Ends that he wanted to, if he could be here live, he would post it in the live chat just to get y'all's feedback. So I told him, well, I'll read it tonight and get everybody's feedback for you, and that way when he's watching it tomorrow, whenever, he'll be able to get caught up. And so we're gonna do that now, and I'm gonna call this the first installment of our Halloween daily viewer mail. Okay, this is our new viewer mail segment, and we should do this more often. But and again, this is a pretty out there theory, but hear it out. And we've heard crazier, and as I always say with this franchise, anything is possible. So I'm just going to read this email right now. This comes to us from Jason Yost is his name. And Jason, when you're watching, what's up, man? Thank you for being a loyal Michael Myers Monday viewer. Even if it's not technically on Monday, that's okay, because just like every day is Halloween here at Halloween Daily, every day is Michael Myers Day. To you, Jason. All right, so I'm just going to read his email real quick. Jason says, hello, my name is Jason, and I watch your Michael Myers Monday as much as I can. He puts in parentheses, I'm working while it streams. Your show is very entertaining and informative all at once. Thank you. There's one thing that I've been noticing people commenting on within the past few days again, and that deals with Michael's powers. And he continues, I have a theory that in this trilogy, they are pulling attributes from the Wendigo / Skinwalker mythology. When looking into the similarities, Michael's mask gives him the power psychologically that a skinwalker gets when wearing the flesh of their victim. This is interesting. He continues, this is depicted a few times in H. Kills in various scenes, most notably the mob scene, he says. Um, he continues, much like a skinwalker, Michael cannot be killed by conventional means. This would explain why the brutality inflicted onto him can be endured. I would love to share this during Triple M, but I'm working during that time frame. I thought this would be an interesting viewpoint on Michael's abilities without getting too much into the curse legend. What are your thoughts? And thank you, Jason, for that email and for that interesting theory. I've not heard that posted out quite yet. The Wendigo Skinwalker theory, and it is interesting, the idea. Because a lot of people have wondered: is there a power behind the mask? Is there going to be something like that revealed? I think the power behind the mask, it's always been there, but it's more symbolic. It's more metaphorical. It's more the visual of the language the film and the filmmakers over the years use to say he is now the shape and he is in the shape mode, if ever there's anything but that. So I don't know if they're going to go in that direction. It is interesting though, just the thought of that it could be a wild kind of Michael Myers spin on the Skinwalker idea of how they get their invincibility from wearing the flesh of their victims. And I mean, that, is definitely an interesting possibility, or just an interesting idea to think about for a minute. But I'll turn it over to the live chat. That's what I told Jason I would do. So don't be shy. Let myself and Jason, when he watches, hear what you think about his theory. Could Michael be some kind of a Wendigo or a Skinwalker, some kind of modern version of that old school mythology? What do you guys think? All right, David Hernandez, what's up? Sup, y'all? He says here from the Halloween fans Facebook group. Awesome, excellent, David. Thank you for being here, man. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome. Be sure to subscribe. I'll say it now. I'll say it later. But yeah, if you're new here, subscribe. We do this stuff all the time. It's not always live. As the season gets going, we're going to do a lot more, of course, as marketing and everything gets going for the new film. Obviously, things are going to kick into high gear. But yeah, all things considered, this is our weekly gathering and conversation with the Halloween fans. Ken, I like how you made the thorn symbol there. That's pretty badass, man. Um, Andromeda says, I think the mask is just like a talisman sort of thing, like athletes have to always be carrying something or wearing something in order to feel comfortable and confident. I like that. Yes, I like that very, very much. That's kind of the way I see it too. I think, visually for the filmmakers, it is them speaking to us, like it's on. But I think for Michael, the way you said it, yes, it's much more of a talisman. And that's a good analogy, actually. The way an athlete, has certain, their favorite shirt that they got to wear under their uniform, or their favorite socks, or whatever it might be. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of where I think the mask's power is. I mean, I do think it has a certain power for Michael. But again, I think a lot of that is, you know, I do find a lot of fans these days more than ever they want things explained that maybe shouldn't be or don't need to be, and also you don't have to take everything so literal. Sometimes these are movies. These are, it is a bit of a heightened reality. These aren't like movies where like we're watching it and it's meant to show our world 100% mirrored back at us. This is, a heightened reality. Haddonfield is and always has been, and so Michael's existence is a heightened existence. So not all of these things are ever going to be explained, nor should they be. But I do like what Andromeda says for sure about the mask being a little bit more of a talisman for Michael, for lack of a better term. I like that. Adam says the mask is Michael Myers. Yeah, I mean, it's I'd say it more that the mask is the shape. Certainly, the mask is the boogeyman. Michael, it might could be argued is more Michael without the mask. But again, I mean, I go back to HK, and one of my favorite scenes, and you guys know when I interviewed James, Jude Courtney, it was one of the scenes we talked about a lot, because I love the scene, was at the end when James is unmasked and he's chasing Karen to get the mask back, and uh, but I love that scene, and I love that James and Michael is totally the shape there, even without the mask in that scene. It's one of the best scenes, and I love the cinematography there. I love that shot of James when he's coming um, in between the houses, and it's still he's completely unmasked, but it is the shadow, it is the shape, it is his silhouette. So it is quite literally the shape of the shape, and it's still just as iconic and terrifying even without the mask. I love that scene. I could talk about it all night, but I'm not going to talk about it all night. Ken says he wears it for his own religion. Interesting choice of phrase. That could be. Let's see. David has he says there's a Skinwalker story I heard on the Lore podcast, and the dude told a story about a Skinwalker getting shot a few times and pieces of flesh falling off, but the creature wasn't really reacting. Reminded me of Michael getting shot, stabbed, etc. in the franchise movies. Very interesting. There you go. There you go, Jason. See, there might be some meat on them bones there. I don't know. There might be something to that. Man, I mean, I'm gonna freak out if Jason's on to something. They actually mention something about this mythology in the film. Again, I don't know that they'll go that far, but that is very interesting that you guys can draw some parallels to that. I never really thought about that. When I see the word Wendigo, uh, I think first of all we interviewed a cosplayer friend of ours, Mike Adams, at Mad Monster Party. He won the costume contest as this badass evil creature, Wendigo creature. And then I also think this is not franchise related, but just before I forget, I recently saw Antlers. Not too recently; it's been about a month, but good movie. Check it out. I enjoyed it. That was kind of bringing that creature back into the forefront again, which was very exciting. Um, if you have seen it, let me know what you think. That is interesting though that you heard that. All right, so when the rest of you watch this, again, let me hear your thoughts. Either chime in the live chat or just drop a comment down below. All right, now I promised a little bit of new merch, and I this is a new online item. I believe it's new for 2022, but you guys can help me with this. Oh, Adam says he has more strength on Halloween. Brad says, "Yo, greetings on this Monday. What's up, Brad? Happy Michael Myers Monday." And again, y'all don't have to drink at home every time I say Michael Myers Monday, but I just always feel for some reason like the whole thing's like a warped drinking game or something. I just get in habit. Michael Myers Monday, have a drink, have a toast. I don't know. Play along at home if you want or not. Anyway, this new piece of merch is a new "Welcome to Haddonfield" sign. You saw it. I used it as a cover tonight. Um, and this is from Spirit Halloween. Let's go over there right now. And I actually did this time. Not there. Where are we going? I did this time actually plan ahead and put the affiliate link directly to this page down in the description before we started tonight. So you can click on that and purchase this sucker for $20 right now. Um, I believe this is the first new 2022 item uh, from the Halloween franchise listed on Spirit's website. Now, if this was out before, I don't recall seeing it. If this was out last year, and if it was out, I'm pretty sure that it was a in-store only item. I don't believe it's ever been available here on Spirit's website at spirithalloween.com. And again, I did put a direct link, and it's our affiliate link. And I've explained that before. It doesn't affect anything with your purchase at all. All it does is we earn a small commission if you click through on those affiliate links and end up purchasing something. And so that just helps us keep things running here at HDN, because believe it or not, it does cost some money to do all this. But let's take a look at this, because I'm probably going to have to add this. I've got I've got this one behind me. This Welcome to Haddonfield that I broke down and got last year, and I love it. And again, you guys tell me, did you see this in stores last year? I don't remember ever seeing this particular one. The dimensions are, it's 16 inches wide and a foot high. And the material it's made from is medium density fiber board. And as you can see, it's $20. So I think that's going to be a pretty good size for $20. Oh, that's a little too much. All right. So you guys tell me what you think about this sign. I like the colors in it. I like that the red, it's kind of dark red at the bottom. It goes up to more of an orange up top. It kind of feels like blood, a deep stained blood down at the bottom where it says "Have a Knife Day" in that area, and around the jack o' lantern, it feels like a darker red that gradually goes up to more of the orange around Michael's head. I like that, kind of like the like a blood soaked background. Yeah. So again, I'm curious to see this in person. I'm probably going to order this, honestly, for $20. I mean, I like the they use the "Have a Knife Day" on a lot of items. I did end up getting the dish towel set from Spirit last year. I broke down and got a lot of franchise stuff from Spirit, almost everything. But those dish towels, they're pretty awesome. We have them in our kitchen, hanging over our stove right now year round. And yeah, the "Have a Knife Day" one, even though it's kind of corny, but it does look kind of cool over there near our cutting knives. Ken says it reminds me of the Wendy's sign. Yes, yes, yes. It does very much have that. I was going to say the font and the way Haddonfield is positioned. It reminds me, yes, of the Wendy's sign for sure. It definitely, yeah, you hit on that. I was gonna say also the kind of the old school postcards, like when you would visit somewhere like Myrtle Beach or Daytona Beach or wherever, and you see them. You can still find them now. The retro looking postcards. I kind of got that feeling like this would be almost a Haddonfield postcard. In some gift shops, it probably would be post 78 and maybe even post 2018. There'd be people that would want to make money off of Michael Myers in Haddonfield Probably. I think undoubtedly. So anyway, I like the color scheme on here a lot. I like the Haddonfield font on there. The Have a Knife Day. It's not my favorite saying, but again, when I look at it as like a postcard from Haddonfield, it's kind of perfect. Of course, we got the jack o' lantern down there in the corner. I appreciate that this is definitely Halloween '78 licensed. Obvious with the jack o' lantern and how it is carved. That's the famous opening credits jack o' lantern, of course. And, obviously that's a famous Nick Castle shot from the film up there. And it looks great. I like that rather than have the our left side of the mask, the right side of Michael's mask, completely in shadow and just dark, like they could have done. They bring back a little bit of that red, a little bit of that blood shading for that side, and so it almost looks like we can tell they're going for like a using that reddish uh, tint on that side of the mask to be the shadow, but you could almost see it as like a half bloodied mask as well, even though that doesn't happen in '78. I know. It doesn't really make sense, but just looking at the color scheme and the knife looks good, and I like that it's dripping a drip of blood down off the point into the second D there. But yeah, this to me is basically a postcard. I almost think Spirit. I mean, maybe they missed the boat. I think the sign is cool. I do like the Welcome to Haddonfield stuff. I've come to love this one here in my office, which is actually a lot bigger and more heavy duty than I imagined it was going to be. And I've come to love that. This one, I know I'm going to have to get it at some point, but I almost feel like Spirit should maybe consider making the actual postcard version too. What do you guys think of this? It's available now, like I said, $20 at spirithalloween.com. And we did put our direct affiliate link for you to purchase this Welcome to Haddonfield sign down in the description of the video. What do you guys think about that? Like I said, I'm probably going to have to add it. I didn't get this the first year it came out. But I broke down and got it last year. I ended up getting a whole lot of stuff from Spirit last year. I'm always a sucker for that stuff. Um, but what do you guys think? Let me check in on the live chat over here. Byron, Byron is here. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Any news for Halloween ends? Not really. Not much HNs to talk about tonight. Sorry to did not have more. I wish I had more HNs to talk about. I mean, I know there's rumors and theories and yeah, I mean we're welcome to speculate and talk about things, but no, I don't have an HN's story really planned to talk about tonight. Let's see. Andromeda says I love it. Awesome. Let's see. David Hernandez. It's campy cute. Yeah. One of my fave colors is red, but I'd like to see it in a darker color, maybe. Yeah. I mean, they could go a lot of different ways with the coloring of that, I think. But I don't mind those colors. It does have that Wendy's color scheme, though. You're absolutely right. You called it on that. Jennifer says we need postcards like this. LOL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they are missing a huge opportunity right there. Sell them in like a 5-pack or something. Young Major says, "What's up, Matt and everyone? I'm late, but here you are here. Hey, you're here. Thanks for being here, man. Happy Michael Myers Monday." Luke Bryan is my love and happiness. Says it should say Halloween will never end with Michael in town. Yeah, I mean, I've said before, I always love in universe things from any franchise. Like I like the Camp Crystal Lake T-shirt where it's like you were actually, or the counselor shirts that are out there now. I love that where it's like you actually are in that universe. Like I went to Camp Crystal Lake, so I like the Welcome to Haddonfield where it's you know, subtly winking at Michael, but maybe doesn't even feature him so much, like this stuff. But it's still got the blood splatter on this one, so it's it's a little more subtle over here. Andromeda says looks better than the sign for the real Haddonfield in New Jersey. Interesting. Patrick says I spend a ton of money at Spirit each Halloween season. Yeah, I do too. Uh, I do love Spirit, and yeah, they always have some cool stuff. But you guys correct me if I'm wrong, please. I don't recall ever seeing this before. It appears new. There's no reviews for it on the website. I think it's the first new 2022 Halloween franchise item from Spirit Halloween. Like I said, I'm 98% sure that it was not ever on the website. If it was available in previous years, like last year or the year before, it would have been in store only, I believe. But I think it's new for this year. Let's see, where was I? Protect Safe says, when do y'all think we'll see the first of ends? Okay, well, I'll just throw this out here. I've said it before. This is not news. And again, this is totally my opinion, just my educated guess based on how Universal has done the marketing on the last two films, and bearing in mind that the marketing for HK was completely thrown off for all the obvious reasons, not the least of which was the first trailer was leaked early. So, but really looking at how they launched 2018, because I think they're going to want to try to do that strategy again this time. We did get the first ever poster for Halloween 2018, which also simultaneously gave us our first official look at Michael Myers in that gorgeous 2018 mask. That dropped in late April 2018. Um, so I would say that would be about the earliest possible that we're gonna um, get anything like that, like a first look image. I think it very well could be a teaser poster like that. It makes sense that way they can control that very first image we see of Michael Myers. I think we will totally get around that time, in roughly about a month from now, late April into May. This also lines up with what Jason Blum had said uh, a few weeks back when he anticipated a first cut of the movie to be ready. So I'd say late April, early May, we get our first look, be it the poster, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's it. But I think around that same time, we're also going to get uh, some some first look images, stuff like we get from Total Film and Empire Magazine. Fangoria will have something exclusive and a badass cover on their fall issue, no doubt. Stuff like that. I think will start to come out probably no sooner than about a month from now. Is my best guess. And then I've said it before, but yeah, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, but if I was, I would I'd say late June we get the first trailer for Halloween Ends. Um, Probably the week of the release of Black Phone, which is another horror movie from Blumhouse from Universal, and all of that lines up roughly with when they dropped the trailers for both Halloween 2018 as well as HK last year. So that's my best guess. You guys, tell me what you think on that. Where was I in the live chat before we move on? Oh, looks like we got some spammers in here. Sorry about that, guys. We'll take that out right now. Yep, spammer in the chat. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me hear you guys talk amongst yourselves about the sign and let me deal with them right. I'll be Okay, I think we got that now. Let's see here. Coco de Loco Fashion. I like that name. How long of a runtime do you think we will get for HNs? Andromeda estimates 2 hours. 2 hours would be great. I would love that. I would love that. Again, just going basically on the runtime of the previous two films. If I was a betting man, it's probably going to be around the same, an hour and 45 to 46 or 47 minutes, something like that. But yeah, if it's a solid 2 hours, I could take. I would not be complaining. Yeah, give me more time in Haddonfield, please. Andromeda says we've been fans for like 45 years. Better be getting a good long end. Yeah, I hear that. David's hoping for less than 3 hours, even though sat through the Batman and thought it was too long, but completely satisfied with the story. Yeah, I love the Batman. That's a whole nother story, but I love the Batman. Am I the only one who wants Michael to live? No, no, of course not. Yeah, no, I think I've said before. I mean, whatever happens, Michael, the boogeyman goes on. But I've said before. I mean, the ideal way to end this, in my opinion, if I was gonna, if David Gordon Green was asking my opinion, is you got to end it basically the same way the '78 film ended. You know, I mean, you can have whatever showdown you want. You can have Michael killed. Whatever. Have your final shot. You know, whatever the equivalent of Loomis shooting him 6 times and him falling off the balcony in '78 is, and you can show him dead for all I care. But then we need to go back and he needs to be gone, and then go to all the different locations. Maybe even go back to the locations from the previous two films as well. Go back to the bar from HK and some of these other locations. You know what I mean? Go back to Laurie's house that we saw in 2018. Um, and like they did at the end of the '78. To me, that's the only real. I mean, that's the best ending. I don't know. You guys tell me, but that I wouldn't complain about that. I mean, because yeah, they can wrap it up however they want, but at the end of the day, it's still Michael Myers. It's still the shape, and you've got to leave it. You've got to leave it out there that he's still out there, and what a great way to for everything to come full circle. That regardless of what everything that happened, he's still out there, and I think that was part of the whole point of Carpenter and Deborah Hill and what they were talking about back in '78 anyway was that there is evil out there, and it may not look like this character looks, but there is real evil out there, and it yeah, it might be right around the corner. It might be in that dark corner over there. It might be in the closet. You never know. Um, but if you're lucky, you can rise to the occasion and face it. Let's see here. Protect Safes is all in for 3+ hours. I hear you. Well, maybe we'll get like a David Gordon Green's Halloween Ends, like a Zack Snyder's Justice League. Get the whole 4 hour cut. How about that? Or maybe they release all three of these last films all as one big master cut, including the extended cut of HK. Coco says that's how I think they will end it. Very similar to the original. Laurie looks over whatever he falls off, thinking in her heart he'll be gone like in '78, but he will still be there. Yeah, that could be. I mean, if they really want to, end it with him there. I mean, I say it should be just like in '78. We think he's going to be there. She thinks he's going to be there, and then he's not. But it could be that. It could be the complete opposite. I mean, they're definitely trying to end it, is what Carpenter said. So I think in the story, it will be a definitive end for this story. But I mean, let's not forget. I mean, it was a definitive end after H2O. It was a definitive end as far as Carpenter and Hill were concerned, and as far as audiences knew after Halloween 2 in 1981. So, uh, you know, However they do it, however they do it, we know it's not going to be the true end. But I am very curious. Um, Let me go over now and let you guys know about the one, basically the one news item I'm going to talk about this week. And it's pretty cool. This is a cool event. They did this last year and they're doing it again. And I just want to let you guys know about this and talk about it for a minute because it's a pretty unique opportunity. You guys know our friend Kenny Caperton, who owns and lives in the Myers House, North Carolina. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt from the Myers House, North Carolina. I have a lot of them. I wear them regularly. I talk about this place a lot. Um, what it is a life-size replica, for lack of a better term, of the original Myers House in Pasadena. And Kenny lives there, and he's a huge Halloween fan, and just a hard nut like all of us. And and he hosts screenings and does stuff there, and I'll talk more about the house itself in a minute. But but the news item that I want to tell you about, as far as the franchise goes, is two very cool back-to-back screenings that he's doing this September in Utah at two of the locations where two of the films in the franchise were filmed. And this is part of the On-Set Cinema series. A lot of you have probably heard about this before. It's a really cool thing that Kenny started, and it's been really successful. He does a lot of them throughout the year, like over a dozen throughout the year. And it's exactly what it sounds like. He goes to locations where scenes from some of our favorite films were shot, and then screens the film there. And you reserve your tickets ahead of time, and there's always a limited supply because these are not theaters for the most part. They're restaurants, bars, gas stations. He just did a screening in Wilmington at the Rusty Nail, which was the bar, mixed bar, in the beginning of Halloween Kills. The one we went to and did a video at. He was there a few weeks ago. So this next screening is pretty cool, especially if you're a fan. Speaking of the Curse of Thorn and Halloween 4 and that whole mythology. Let's give them some love here for a minute because this September, the Myers House, North Carolina, is hosting two on-set cinema screenings. They are happening back to back on Saturday, September 24th, and on Sunday, September 25th in Utah. And as you can see here, the films that they're going to be screening are the 1988 sequel, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And then the next night, they're going to skip over H5 because that wasn't filmed in Utah. And they are going to screen Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Of course, the sixth film in the franchise. And these aren't just screenings, like I said, these are screenings where they were filmed. So, as you can see here, the Halloween 4 screening is taking place at the actual Penny's gas station. You remember the scenes in the film from Penny's. This is where Loomis is essentially reunited with Michael after all this time. It's it's where Michael, played by our friend Tom Morga in these scenes at the gas station, he is rocking one of my favorite looks for Michael, which is the bandaged head look. It's almost like the Michael Myers mummy look. And I love that look for Michael, and that's Tom Morga in those scenes, and he does a great job. And those are some of my favorite scenes. Of course, Penny's gas station is where Michael, played by Tom Morgan in these scenes, it's where he gets his coveralls in Halloween 4. And it's, again, where Loomis and Michael are reunited. Michael almost runs him over. We bust out of there. And you're going to be able to go to the actual diner. If you go to the screening, it's going to be open. They're going to be serving dinner and snacks. And they're going to set up the screening right there at the gas station.
According to the official website, MyersHouseNC.com, that's where you can get tickets for both of these, by the way. It's MyersHouseNC.com or directly MyersHouseNC.com/on-set cinema. But yeah, they're gonna be at the service station, and fans will be able to watch the movie exactly where Michael drives through one of the bay doors with a tow truck and almost runs over Dr. Loomis. Penny's itself will be open, and you'll be able to eat dinner. Like I said, you can get pre-movie snacks inside the very same cafe where Loomis discovers the dead waitress and comes face to face with Michael. Another cool look of Michael. He's got his coveralls, but not yet his H4 mask yet. Very iconic scene, one of my favorites. So this is all happening on Saturday, September 24th. And they're also, that's not all. They're also going to give guided tours of the entire property, including the inside of the service station itself, so you can see where Michael kills the mechanic and gets his coveralls. The next night will be Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, also often referred to as Halloween 6 or H6. And this one's extra special because, as you can see, they're going to have a special guest, Devin Gardner, who played young Danny Strode in the film. He's going to be there in person. He's going to be signing autographs, taking photos with fans, and they're even going to be doing a Q&A right before the screening. And again, this one is happening in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the Myers house, which, if you remember, was also the Strode house in this film, where asshole John Strode and his family lived. Tim Strode, Danny, and of course Kara. And so you're going to be able to watch the movie right there. They're gonna be supplying they're going to be giving guided tours again of the property grounds, as well as a look inside the actual house. And you'll be able to hang out in the backyard exactly where Deborah Strode, played by Kim Darby, gets killed by Michael in the clotheslines with an axe. One of the best kills in the whole franchise, I think we can agree. That is that Michael with that axe and that shot and the blood splattering on the clothesline, on the sheets on the clotheslines. Uh, just awesome. And you'll also get to go down into that basement where John Strode, played by Bradford English, discovers bloody clothes in the washing machine and then gets stabbed by Michael and pushed onto an electrical box. And you know what happens next. And yeah, you're going to be able to see where all those great scenes in the film that happened at the Myers house / Strode house when you go there. And you'll be able to meet Devin. So these events, if you can get out there to Utah, man, I highly recommend you get out there. Kenny has been just killing it with these on-set cinema screenings recently. He did one for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in Atlanta, and like I said, he was in Wilmington doing Halloween Kills recently. I know he did a Halloween 2018 screening in Charleston, South Carolina last year. So, and that's just the franchise. That's the ones I'm mentioning here tonight. Is just the franchise films. Um, Go to myershousenc.com/onset cinema to purchase your tickets now to get additional details on these screenings and to see the full lineup and schedule of all of the onset cinema screenings that are scheduled for this year. There's a lot of them and a lot of good stuff. Sorry, give me just 1 second. All right, I'm gonna get caught back up here on the live chat for just a minute before I tell you just a little bit more about the Myers House, North Carolina. Before we do shout outs here, I see Sammy Gomez, one of our regular friends, has checked in. Happy Michael Myers Monday, man. Hardy versus here. Happy Triple M, man. Let's see. Is that I Fox Fox? I'll be there. I love Salt Lake City. Awesome. Very cool. Well, yeah, if you're watching this and you're going to be attending either of these screenings, be sure to tag us in your photos. We're all over social media, especially Instagram, and obviously here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. We're over on TikTok too. But yeah, tag us if you go to these screenings. I would love to see some footage from there and some of your shots. Brad says, so much looking forward to Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends is by far my most anticipated movie of the year. Hell yeah. Yeah, me too, man. All right, again, this is Kenny's website, myershousenc.com, where you can find more info on his screenings. And also, if you ever want to visit the Myers House, North Carolina, you can contact Kenny directly on his website and schedule a visit. Now, you can't just show up. It's not like a museum open 24/7 or every day or anything like that. Uh, but he does do tours, he hosts events. There's usually a Halloween party there in October. He does do screenings there regularly. So if you're interested in checking it out, you want to go to his website, myershousenc.com, and he's on Instagram and Facebook as well, and reach out to him and schedule a visit. Uh, we were actually lucky enough to visit the Myers House, North Carolina, over a decade ago, believe it or not. This was way back in April of 2011. Yeah, 11 years ago, believe it or not. This was before the launch, actually, of Halloween Daily News. So we hadn't even launched our website yet, but I went just because I'm a fan and a geek for this type of stuff. And I had learned that this guy, this super fan of the Halloween franchise, was building a replica of the Myers house out in Hillsborough, North Carolina, where he was going to live, and I had to see it for myself. And so my wife and I, my wife Sue, being awesome as she is, we made it happen, and we went out there in April, and she set it up all ahead of time with Kenny, and he knew we were coming, and and so it's exactly what I said. It's a life size replica. Kenny went out to Pasadena and was able to get some of the original blueprints, I believe, of the actual Myers house. And there are some minor differences inside. He can explain to you that this doorway is actually off a few inches from the actual one. And he can tell you exactly what's different and what he changed and what's dead on. But what I'm going to do now, this is actually a flashback because it doesn't look quite like this now. But I'm going to show you a couple photos. I don't have a video to premiere for you tonight, but this is a throwback to our 2011 visit to the Myers House, North Carolina. And so I just want to show you a couple of the photos that that we captured there. And again, the place looks really different now. It was still very new. Like you could go to his website probably and get the whole history and find out when he completed construction, but it was pretty recent to us going out there. And it was well long before, like I said, this was over a year before we launched HDN, and it was long before Kenny was doing the onset cinema screenings. Um, but and it was even before he was doing events at the place. Now he does regular events, like I said. He does host tours, and they also do screenings there. He's got a whole outdoor uh, screen where they do screenings, and people camp out there sometimes. It's awesome. Unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to get back there in the last 11 years. We see Kenny fairly regularly on the convention circuit, just around. And if he's watching this, which he very well may be, I told him I was gonna talk up these events tonight. Yeah, Kenny is a great guy, and one of our earlier friends here in this Halloween franchise community, and definitely an inspiration to me as far as somebody who I saw his collection of memorabilia, which again, this was 11 years ago. It's probably quadrupled in size by now, but and just him living his best life in the Myers house, North Carolina, and I just knew that, yeah, I mean, I gotta step up my game. I gotta step up my fandom game. You know what I mean? This guy is got it right. So let's go to these photos right now, and yeah, this is just kind of a throwback. There's not a whole lot of them to look at, but here's the first one. And again, you see that address. That's 1520. As I've talked about a few weeks ago, Funko's Myers house that comes with Michael Myers, the pop Michael Myers with Myers house set from Funko, that actually has this Myers house, North Carolina's address on it. That is technically the Myers house, North Carolina. The address on that Funko Myers house is 1520, just like the Myers house, North Carolina. And the paint scheme is even the same. Um, and again, this is not a current representation of exactly how the house looks and everything around it, but this was circa April 2011. Here's another shot, and we're gonna get a couple shots inside in just a minute, but you can see just immediately from these shots. I mean, you guys know the iconic porch, um, the posts on the porch, the windows, of course, the front windows, the upstairs windows, all of it. It's dead on. Another angle here. Here over on the side again. I mean, if you go back and you look at the original '78 film, you're going to see that this is as close to the actual house, which is still standing in Pasadena, of course, South Pasadena, California. Larry has checked in. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Coco says, so looking forward to HN's, but I know it'll be sad. Oh, where'd that go? Sad for it to end for this timeline. I do wonder what's next with the franchise 50th anniversary coming up pretty quick. Yep, and before that, we got the 45th anniversary coming up next year. Can you guys say H45? 45 years of terror? You know what's happening, right? Next year, we're all going to gather there. All of you guys that gather with me here on Mondays, we're gonna take over South Pasadena next year for the 45 Years of Terror reunion, man. It's gonna be awesome. Andromeda says James Jude Courtney said he wasn't going to talk much about the character until after ends. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. Also, can't wait to see what Carpenter has to say about what he will consider the end. Hell yeah. Andromeda says my new Michael Myers doll is watching and is now bugging me to go there. Yeah, I bet it is. Except it's a figure, Andromeda. It's a figure, not a doll. It's a figure. No, you can call it whatever you want. Um, I gotta call it an action figure though, collectible figure to be more precise. But yeah, he'll do that. He'll scare at you and want to get out. Jason Whitener has checked in. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. Ken says he must get a lot of Myers fans for photos. Yes. And like I said, don't just show up. Don't just, that's his house. But if you contact him ahead of time and work it out, and when you do that, if anybody watching this does reach out to Kenny at Myers House NC, tell him Matt, Halloween Daily News, sent you. Just a couple more close ups here of the exterior. See those details. Then moving inside, and again, Kenny probably um, doesn't even remember these photos being up. I know his decor has changed significantly, but some of you that's been to the real Myers house will recognize these stairs, and they look identical as soon as you walk into the Myers house, North Carolina. You can see the post right there on the stairs and the railing. Uh, that is right out of the original. Andromeda says, "Okay, figure." Yeah, no, you can call it whatever, whatever. You can. I'm just messing with you, but but I don't collect dolls. I collect action figures. No, I do collect dolls. I've got the Michael Myers Living Dead doll. I absolutely do. Are you kidding? I mean, that Funko Myers house is the closest I've ever bought for is to buying a dollhouse for myself. I don't know. I guess. Well, I didn't buy Castle Grayskull for myself as a kid. I guess that was close to a dollhouse as well. Badass dollhouse. So the most badass ever, Castle Grayskull. Anyway, moving on. Um, let's go up the stairs, shall we? Iconic shot right there. And then when you go in, you can visit Judith's room. And of course, this is not an exact replica of the mirror or Judith's room or anything like that, but you get the idea. This is in the room in Judith's bedroom at the Myers house, North Carolina, though. And then, of course, there's my wife, Sue Arts, getting her Judith on. And I think, oh yeah, there's one more. I don't even know if he's got the same sign out there now. He probably doesn't. But another wide shot of the house, and that was the sign that welcomed us when we first visited there. So again, it's just one of those things as a Halloween franchise fan. If you're ever in the area in North Carolina, it's in Hillsborough, North Carolina, which is kind of in the Raleigh Durham area, which is about 3 hours away from where we're at, in Kill Hills. And but if you're ever going to be coming through or in the area, it's one of those things you definitely want to try to check out. And certainly if you've never been to the real Myers house or can't get there, this is absolutely the next best thing. And even if you have been there, it's going to blow your mind just seeing this. And it still is impressive to me even today, 11 years later after meeting Kenny, that he actually he did that. Like I love this movie so much. I got to build a house. I got to live somewhere. I'm going to build this one. I'm going to build Myers house and live there. I mean, how awesome is that? That is some extreme fandom for sure, and I love it. I love it. If you have been there, then feel free to comment. If you're watching this after we're live, then drop me a comment down in the section below in the comments down there, and let me know if you've been to the Myers House, North Carolina, and what your experience was like, and we can share that with other people and educate them. Because we love what Kenny's doing out there, and I got to get back out there. We're just always so busy in October because he always does this big Halloween bash every October, and I want to go to that or one of the other screenings there at his place. I'd love to get up there to those Utah screenings, but I don't know that we're going to be able to make it again. That time of the year, late September, is a crazy time, and I know that's the weekend right after Haunted Screams Expo in Hampton, Virginia, that we're going to be at. Hey, that reminds me of one other. I guess it's a news item. I wasn't even going to say it, but speaking of Halloween 4 again, keeping the theme running. The next convention we're going to be at, well, we might be at one sooner, but the next one I know for sure we're going to be at, that I'm going to be talking about and kind of doing my part to help promote because we love them and they're a great organization and a great event. It is the Scares That Care charity weekend. It's in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's happening this summer, end of July, but it is a great event and it raises thousands of dollars for great causes. Every year they have a burn victim, a sick child beneficiary, and a breast cancer, um, someone battling breast cancer, and that's what they do every year with the money they raise. Is they give three checks, and they always have three. I think maybe one year they've had more than three, but it's usually three people from those categories, and it's really great. On Saturday night they have a big costume contest, which we love anyway. But before that, they do the check presentations. Big emotional thing. Everybody's crying. Everybody feels good, and it's a horror event. How does that tie in with the Halloween franchise or Halloween 4 any of this? Well, because our pal Danielle Harris is one of the guests that has been announced here recently. And that's not all. The great Dee Wallace, horror icon, of course, E.T., Cujo, so many great roles, not the least of which is Laurie Strode's mom in Rob's Halloween 2007. They're both going to be there, in addition to a stellar lineup, and it's still early. They're still announcing lots. Excuse me. I'm getting so excited. I'm getting emotional. They're still announcing lots of guests. Still have more guests to announce. But Dee Wallace actually being there is part of a whole ET reunion they've got. They got Robert McNaughton, and the one I'm most excited about because I've never met him before, and I'm probably piss my pants when I meet Henry Thomas is gonna be there, guys. I am like massive ET fan from since seeing it as a kid in theaters when it came out. And meeting Robert McNaughton was huge. We met him 10 years ago at one of the first, I think maybe the first convention we ever attended, and he gave me an interview on the spot. He was so cool, and then to meet Dee years later at a Mad Monster party, she was amazing and cool and awesome. Also gave me an interview there at the convention. Just really cool people. So excited to meet Henry Thomas personally, but it'll be great. Obviously, always great to see Danielle and Dee, and then that's just the tip of the iceberg. They've got a really great lineup, but most of all, it's a great event for a great cause. So that's my plug on conventions right now. That's definitely we're definitely going to be there, and scaresthatcare.com. Go check them out. It might be scaresthatcareweekend.com, but they're on social media. You'll find them on Facebook if you look, or on Instagram as well. Just Google Scares That Care Charity Weekend, and it's the Williamsburg Convention. We'll be there. If you're going to be there, we'll see you there. Okay. Oh yeah, there was one more thing before shout outs, real quick. Andromeda says I had the biggest crush on Henry Thomas. That is funny. That's great. Oh, we got another troll. Of course we do. Okay, maybe we got that out. David says, love her. And the spammer agrees. Yep, the spammer is back. Sorry about that, guys. Patrick says, I've been wanting to go to one of Kenny's Halloween parties at the Myers house. Hey, I mean, I almost feel like it's one of them things like going to see the real Myers house at some point. It's kind of like one of them things as Halloween fans. We feel like, I think if there's any way, if you can go to South Pasadena, see the real Myers house and the real locations, you got to do it if you can. Um, if you can't, or like I said, if you have and you're looking and you're addicted to more adventures, then yeah, I feel like that's one of the ones next on the list. I mean, because it's just so cool, and the Halloween party would be one of those parties or screenings would absolutely be the time to do it because it's a gathering of all of us Myers fans and fanatics and people like us. So it's the best kind of people. Let's see. Did we get that out? Let's see. Darkman has checked in. Says hi. What's up, Darkman? David Hernandez says, "OMG, D Wallace would love to meet her." Yeah, yeah. She was one when we met her. I believe it might have been back in 2015, maybe 2016. Mad Monster Party, Charlotte, North Carolina. She was totally cool, and I was geeking out. She was like one of the ones that year where I mean, Robert McNaughton, who plays Elliot's big brother in E.T., okay? Like I said, meeting him, Elliot's big brother, was mind blowing because that's how much I love that movie and that family, and it's just such a part of my childhood growing up. And so then years later to meet Dee Wallace, who of course is so connected to that film, but also to this franchise, not to mention all the other amazing things she's done. Uh, yeah, she was totally cool, totally awesome. All right, guys. One other thing I wanted to let you guys know about. You probably saw this. It's not really news, but it's pretty damn cool. Our buddy Christopher Nelson, who we were lucky enough to have just surprise us in the live chat a few weeks ago. You never know who might pop in here any given week. But yeah, yesterday he shared some new behind the scenes shots from the set of Halloween Kills. And I guess it was posted 2 days ago, excuse me. But yeah, this was hanging out between shots with Dr. Loomis, played by Tom Jones Jr., and and this is him in his prosthetics as Loomis. Obviously, speaking of the Myers house, there's those same stairs. Not the same ones exactly, but you can see that post and those stairs, and look at those. Think of those photos that we were just looking at from Kitty's Myers house, North Carolina, and you can see that there's those iconic stairs and that same post recreated yet again right there. But of course, what's so amazing about this photo is again those amazing prosthetics that worked Christopher Nelson and his team did on Tom Jones Jr. to truly transform him into Dr. Loomis and really resurrect this unbelievably iconic character for us all in this movie. I mean, I have not heard anybody complain about seeing Loomis in this movie yet. I mean, I've heard plenty of complaints about HK. Everybody's got their opinions and whatever. That's perfectly fine, but it's pretty unanimous that the way they recreated Loomis, it was pretty flawless. Darkman asks if Michael Myers is hibernating for 4 years. If meaning the 4 year time jump, of course, from HK to HNs. Just my 2 cents I've thrown in before as to how they may explain the 4 year time jump. I'll stick with what I've said before. Maybe it's just going to be as simple as after the events of 2018, Halloween was canceled in 2019, and then in 2020, and than last year. And maybe this year they're going to try to celebrate Halloween again, try to let it come back a little bit in Haddonfield. And maybe it's just that simple that it's Halloween and Haddonfield brings it back. That would make sense just fine to me. David says that was pretty dope. Loomis is the goat. Yeah. Yeah, pretty amazing. And then he shared another photo later that same day. And this is Christopher Nelson's first pass at a paint scheme H Kills mask. Obviously, no hair on it, but this was the first pass at the paint scheme. So I just think this is pretty interesting to take a look at. You can see a lot of those details that again, I go back to the Trick or Treat Studios sculpt on their recreation, and yeah, say what you want about the paint jobs on some of those masks, but man, they got that sculpt exact, just like this. And the paint job on a lot of the HKs that I've seen. I mean, some of them are not that great, but some are very close to this, which again was a first pass at a paint scheme. It's not exactly what hit the screen, but this one looks really good to me. See the needle wound in the neck still. See that damage over on the left side that we saw so prominently in some of the earlier photos in the marketing last year before we got the full reveal. All right. Bob Barkins says, "In my world, Loomis was always Michael." Interesting. David says bald Michael is scary. Yeah, it's a little scary. A little different look. Not quite what we're used to. David says, "What an honor." Again says, "The wind of change." Nice. All right. We're about done here, but I am gonna do some shout outs before I get out of here. This is something I like to do each week and just give a few shout outs to some folks on Twitter and Instagram that are just using the Michael Myers Monday hashtag. We've been doing this since 2013, starting that hashtag, doing it every Monday. I retweet, repost, we do as much as we can, try to make it special. Can't really hold news very easily until Monday, but a lot of times, you know, Blumhouse, Universal, the powers that be, see fit to drop a good news nugget on a Monday, fittingly enough. So we do appreciate it when that happens. Ken says, "Got to go. Keep it killer till next time." You too, Ken. Keep it killer yourself. Happy Michael Myers Monday, man. Thanks for being here. Like I said, we're about to wrap up anyway. I'm going to do some shout outs and then get out of here. Uh, it's midnight. Again, I thought we'd be out of here in less than an hour, but no matter what I do, I just can't do it. It's because I just get talking and talking, and I could talk about this stuff forever, I guess. Um, but let's do some Triple M shout outs real quick, shall we? We're going to start off on Twitter. Where are we at here? Let's go over here. On Twitter, this is from Beth Manji. And one of those great memes that has been created for Michael Myers Monday, one of the many memes, how Monday creeps up on you every weekend. And that's what I'm always saying is people have taken the hashtag, taken the idea of Michael Myers Monday, and they make it whatever fits them. Sometimes Monday is creeping up on you like Michael, attacking you like Michael. Sometimes, though, it's you attacking Monday like Michael. And sometimes it's just an excuse to show off your artwork or your fandom, your collections, your cosplay. Moving on, let's go stay on Twitter here. This one, I think I probably shared this before. I feel like I've seen it, or at least something similar. This comes from Connie Satterfield on Twitter at Connie Jojo2. And yeah, if y'all are regular viewers of the channel or hear me talk, then you know I love me some Batman and I love me some Michael Myers. So anything that marries the shape with the Batman, I'm all for. And this is just pretty cool, pretty funny. Michael doing his head tilt thing on a roof somewhere, and instead of the bat signal going up in the spotlight, we get the shape signal, the Myers signal. Here's another one from Twitter as well. This is Spooky Me at S Spooktacular. And I don't recall seeing this exact one before, so I wanted to share it. Lots of people will make, funny memes and stuff, having Michael Myers and using a play on Mike Myers, the comedian. This is a pretty good one, though. International Man of Murder. And Foggy Lungs. Thankfully, I didn't want to say anything about that shit on the Oscars last night, but I'll just let this tweet say it for me because I think it speaks for me and probably most of you guys, I imagine, as well. Foggy Lungs at Hell Yeah. Hollow One says, everyone else tweeting about Will Smith, me thinking about Halloween. And yeah, that about sums it up for me as well. How about you guys? All right, now I'm going to move over to IG for a couple on Instagram. This is from Sarah Chapman. She says, here's a little something extra for today. Y'all know I can't pass up a chance to draw the boogeyman. This one features some lyrics from the song Standing in the Dark by Ice Nine Kills. I know I didn't have to tell you guys what these lyrics were for. I know you guys are well aware of the song Standing in the Dark, one of our favorites. Ice Nine Kills, one of our favorite bands of the moment, of ever, really. They're kicking ass. The new album is awesome, but yeah, we love the Standing in the Dark song, especially. So this is some awesome Michael Myers artwork. Great job, Sarah. Staying on Instagram here, some more very cool artwork. This is from Queen Crystal 109 on Instagram. She says, first post for Michael Myers Monday. So I don't know if she just launched this account or if she's just never done a Triple M post before, but I was like, well, we got to welcome Queen Crystal here today. So here is, you might recognize that's some of Michael's choice weapons, specifically from HK. And there they are, a little more realized. I guess she made these weapons herself. Great job. Also from Instagram, got to love the ink. I love the people that take their fandom and they just plaster it all over their bodies with beautiful artwork. This is a great one. This is T Brown 93 on Instagram. He says my guy Leo came through once again. And that is some kick-ass artwork right there. All right. Yeah, our buddy Great Dag. That's Dag Farrick, of course. Young Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007. He's always getting into the spirit every week, every Michael Myers Monday, and we love it. He says simply, you know the vibe. Yep, we know the vibe. It is Mask Up Michael Myers Monday. And while we're there, the great Tyler Maine, one of the most active Michael Myers Monday people out there, certainly probably the most active franchise alum to regularly use the Triple M hashtag. He and Dag are they might be almost tied, but Tyler is always on it every week, and I love this post. He says, "Hey, you, it's Michael Myers Monday again, so here's your pep talk, folks. Kill it this week. You got this." Like I said, plenty of people, Tyler included, take Michael Myers Monday as a form of motivation. And I find nothing wrong with that. He says kill it, and that's what I always say when we get out of these lives. I usually will type a little goodbye to the chat room, and I've taken to signing off with a keep it killer sign off in the live chat. So Tyler says go out there and kill it this week. I say the same, a little bit differently. I say keep it killer. Um, David says these are funny. Lots of love out there for Mikey. Oh yes, oh yes. And again, that is by no means all of them or even the best of them necessarily. That is every week I just pick some random ones that jump out at me for whatever reason, and try to share a few on here on Twitter and Instagram. I'm putting them up, reposting them on our stories, and retweeting them all day as much as I can. Follow the hashtag on any social media, and you'll see. And it's pretty wild because we started this in 2013. Started the hashtag and posted it on Twitter and IG and Facebook and everything. Now it's become all this. So yeah, lots of love out there from Michael and from Michael Myers Monday, and we appreciate it. It's always fun to see all that. Andromeda says, "Wonder what Michael's favorite band would be." Good question. I Stag Kills, maybe? I don't know. Stabbing in the Dark. Dark Man, I'm not gonna go there, man. Reverse says, "Definitely." I don't remember exactly what I was saying at that moment when that you're responding to, but right on. Andromeda loves Connie's tweet. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Looking down the road, we should be back here next Monday. That's planned anyway. All things, if everything goes as planned. but of course, this is not all we do here. We're here every day, and there's always new Halloween news on our main site, HalloweenDailyNews.com, and there's pretty much daily videos happening, almost daily videos, because there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news right now. There's a lot of news coming in. It's just going to get crazier, just like last year did, just like it always does. It's going to get crazier, and there'll be more lives when we get closer into the season for sure. And of course, when we're out at some of these events, we're going to do some live broadcasting, all that good, fun stuff. In the meantime, though, there's going to be regular news updates, news reports. I'll jump on here as much as I can for them. And Mondays, of course, we will gather. We'll continue doing our thing like we've been doing. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of that. We are trying to build this community, and like I said, we're going to keep rolling through it. I know we were talking about the 50th anniversary, which, yeah, I can't even see that far, but I can see to next year, the 45th, and man, that is going to be a time, and we're just going to build this community right here on Monday nights and roll it right into South Pasadena for that awesome event when it happens next year. And it's going to happen. We're going to just nothing's been announced, but we're just going to will it to happen. We're going to make it. We're putting it out. It's going to happen. We're going to will it. Other things that are happening here, I'm very close to letting you guys know who our next interview and interviews are going to be. Got quite a number of things in different various stages of scheduling right now. Some really cool interviews coming up. Uh, can't say who yet. Some within the franchise, and as well as others from outside the franchise and other cool projects. So look for that coming very soon. Usually, as soon as I can say something, the first place I tend to break stuff like that a lot of times is on Twitter. I'll say, hey, we just wrapped an interview with so and so. That's kind of the first heads up. But I try to do some of that. Try to do more and more on the community tab here on YouTube as well. A lot of you guys are seeing those posts. It seems like they get some good reactions. So when I'm tweeting something, a lot of times I'll try to just remember. Let me just put that up on the community tab as well. But that being said, subscribe here, follow us there, like us over there, follow us on the other place. Most importantly of all, subscribe to the actual website itself, HalloweenDailyNews.com, because that's where everything always goes first, the most important stuff. But we have been doing, if you've noticed, some exclusive stuff here on the channel here lately. I mean, there's always some exclusive stuff on the site that doesn't even get mentioned here on the channel. So if you want to get it all, you need to be in both places, because we are doing some channel exclusives now that we don't necessarily carry over to the website. And the added bonus here on the channel is you get stuff like this with me, which is sometimes I've got more of my reporter hat on and a little more straightforward. But as I always say, these lives, these Monday nights, it's much more of an editorial, much more of a commentary, much more just hanging out with you guys and geeking out and giving my opinions and thoughts on the news as much as, if not more than, reporting it. So, thanks for being here, everybody, tonight. This was a blast, like it always is. You guys are amazing. To the new faces, the new blood this week, thanks for being here. And to all of our returning friends, can't thank you enough. It just keeps getting better every week. We're counting down the days. When next we gather, next Monday, will be in another month. It'll be April. I got a feeling we're going to get that first look, some kind of first look in the month of April. That's my best guess. So, exciting times to say the least, guys. All right. Feel free to reach out anytime. You can contact us through social media, through the contact page at HalloweenDailyNews.com, or right here. Drop us a comment down below anytime, even if you're thinking about it later. I'll get to it, and we're going to do some more viewer mail stuff here on future Monday nights as well. That was fun, so appreciate that. And yeah, don't miss any of all the stuff we've got coming up. You guys take care of yourself. Be good to each other out there. Keep it killer. And my name is Matt Arts, Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday!